For the first time in 53 years, the New York Knicks are once again at the mountaintop of the NBA as they are world champions. You're watching Knicks Now by Chat Sports. My name is Marshall Green. We are presented by Prize Picks. And you may not believe this, but I'm going to tell you why the Knicks championship just got 100% better. Make sure you are hooked up with our World Championship gear. Go to chatsports.com/Knicks Now. The t-shirt I'm wearing, you can get it in blue. You can get it in black. We've got it in museum quality posters as well. We've also got our Jalen Brunson 1A t-shirts. I might buy Becky Hammond one. And we've got our OG famous tip t-shirts as well. If you get any of these three items, you get $20 off. You just got to go to chatsports.com/Knicks Now. That's chatsports.com/Knicks Now. I thought the New York Knicks winning the NBA championship would be the mountaintop. I thought that would be the best thing that could ever happen to this basketball team. Little did I know, though, that it would just keep getting better and better and better. This team not only broke a 53-year title drought, but they are already looking to next year after finishing one of the best NBA playoff runs of all time. We're going to go through brick by brick of how this title is even sweeter than we thought. So sit down, buckle up, and enjoy. Mikal Bridges on Monday went on Instagram Live after he maybe had a couple of drinks and he was having some fun and he was hanging out with all the Knicks fans. And Mikal Bridges said, "Build Jalen Brunson a statue, bro," while using some other words. Then he says, "If you do not think that Jalen Brunson is not ready for another NBA title run, then you don't know Jalen Brunson." And that is why this team is NBA champions. Because not even 72 hours after that final buzzer sounded, Jalen Brunson is already looking to next year. And he's looking to put a second ring on his finger and a second banner in the rafters of the world's most famous arena. But they did their celebrating. They did their partying. On Sunday night, the New York Knicks players went out in the city. They had their fun. And Jalen Brunson led a toast. As you could see him there in the white hat behind the guy in the fake chain that Arnold has. And he's holding his glass up. And he says, F Wemby. They toasted to an F Wemby chant. Not only did the Knicks beat the San Antonio Spurs, they took their heart. And quite frankly, they took the manhood of Victor Wembanyama. You don't wake up an NBA champion. You're an NBA champion your entire life. You're just a champion at all. And Jalen Brunson has the heart of a champion. Victor Wembanyama does not. Jalen Brunson, when the final buzzer sounded in the NBA Finals, made it a point to go shake the hand of the head coach, Mitch Johnson, of the San Antonio Spurs. Victor Wembanyama made it a point to tuck his tail, bow his head, and sulk to the locker room. Jalen Brunson hates Victor Wembanyama, and he is his daddy. Jalen Brunson is the daddy of Victor Wembanyama. Another thing from Mikal Bridges' intoxicated Instagram Live. Mikal Bridges talked about Becky Hammond. And he talked about how that fueled Jalen Brunson. Mikal Bridges on the Becky Hammond and Brunson situation, quote, "He knows what she said. It fueled him." That's what champions do. That's what great athletes do. Get your JB1A t-shirt, chatsports.com/Knicks Now. They find motivation in the hidden cracks. It's what Michael Jordan did. It's what the greats do. It's what Eli Manning did. It's what Tom Brady did. They find ways to become motivated. And you probably win an NBA title. Becky Hammon doesn't say that. But I think that put a little bit more fuel in the tank for Jalen Brunson. You would think a guy that in the last 4 years of the NBA playoffs since joining the New York Knicks, who has the second most wins, averages the second most points, has the most 30-point games, the most 35-point games, and the most 40-point games, would be considered a 1A player. And I'd say that. I would say that Jalen Brunson is a 1A player, and he officially is an NBA champion and an NBA Finals MVP. A lot more to talk about on today's show. I do have to tell you about our presenting sponsor of today's show, though, and that is Prize Picks. Shout out to Prize Picks. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use that promo code HMA. Play your first $5 lineup, and you're going to get $50 in lineups instantly. Prize Picks is America's #1 sports picks app. It's available in all 50 states, plus Washington, D.C. It is safe. It is secure. It is reliable. And billions of dollars have been paid out to its users. You can pick winners, you can pick spreads, and you can pick totals as well on Prize Picks. It is the place to play. So download the app, create an account, use that promo code HMA, play your first $5, and get $50 in lineups instantly. And their team picks are now available. You could just go ahead and pick the winner. It is awesome. We went ahead and picked the winner of Game 5. We turned $24 into $64. So get hooked up with Prize Picks. Download the app, create an account, use that promo code HMA, play $5, get $50 instantly. So the Knicks are champions. Jalen Brunson's motivated for a second. But let's just reflect on this one. It's one thing to win an NBA championship. It's another thing to end a 53-year title drought. And then it's another to literally put together the best postseason run of all time. Best point differential in NBA history. Coming in fifth, the 1986-87 Lakers led by Magic Johnson at plus 205. The 2017-18 Golden State Warriors led by Steph Curry and Kevin Durant. The 2013-14 San Antonio Spurs at plus 214, led by Tim Duncan. And the 2017 Warriors, led by Steph Curry, at plus 230. And your 2025-26 New York Knicks. If you took away the 51-point win that the New York Knicks had against the Atlanta Hawks, you just ripped away their biggest win of the postseason. They still have the best point differential in NBA playoff history. It's unreal. Then you talk about best net rating. How many points do you outscore your opponents per 100 possessions? The fifth best team ever in point differential in a single playoff run is Michael Jordan's Bulls in 92. Steph Curry's Warriors in 2017, that should say 1971 Milwaukee Bucks, the 2001 Lakers, and the 2026 New York Knicks. You're better. You beat teams worse than Michael's Bulls and Steph Curry's Warriors and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Oscar Robertson's Bucks and Kobe and Shaq's Lakers. You are literally one of the best teams, if not the best teams of all time. So don't let people tell you this ring doesn't matter. Don't let them tell you that this championship was easy. It was only easy because the New York Knicks dominated teams. They choked teams out. They made them tap out. They made them quit. They made them roll over. The Knicks said stand, the opponent stood. The Knicks said sit, and the opponent sit. They dog-walked the entire Eastern Conference, and they made Victor Wembanyama walk to the locker room and avoid eye contact of Jalen Brunson, who took his soul. The Knicks played 6 meaningful games versus the Spurs this year, including the NBA Cup. They went 5-1. It was not close who the better team was, despite Victor Wembanyama saying after he lost that the Spurs dominated for most of the series. Well, you didn't dominate the end of the score. End of games. You lost 5 times to this New York Knicks team, and he gave us 2 trophies. Thanks, Victor. This is the heaviest championship ring since the 3-1 comeback by the Cleveland Cavaliers against the 72-9 Golden State Warriors. 73-9. The heaviest championship ring. It's one of the best championship teams of all time. It's one of the most iconic championship teams of all time. And the most dominant playoff run that this league has ever seen. Listen to this. The Knicks lost 3 playoff games this entire playoff run by a combined 6 points. They lost by 1 point, and then they lost by 1 point again, and then they lost by 4 points. The only other champions to have all their playoff losses by a total of 6 points are Michael's Bulls, Kobe and Shaq's Lakers, the 83 76ers, and the 57 Celtics. Pretty good if you ask me. What about this one? Highest point differential ever, most playoff road wins ever, and the second longest win streak in NBA history. I think that would say that the Knicks are one of the best teams of all time. And you are led by one of the best players of all time. You can officially say that because there's not many best players on a championship team that exist. Jalen Brunson's officially on that list now. In total, Brunson scored 48% of New York's points in Game 5 versus the Spurs, which is the second highest ratio for any player in a closeout game in finals history, behind only a guy that goes by the name of Michael Jordan. I look left, I see Jordan. I look right, I see Brunson. Every list, it's Jordan Brunson, Brunson Jordan, Jordan Brunson. It's unreal. Oh, what about this? The clutchest playoff scorer ever. It's not Kobe Bryant. It's not LeBron James. It's not Larry Bird. It's Jalen Brunson. GOAT-level playoff clutch scoring. Players with at least 50 clutch field goal attempts in the postseason since 1997. Points from the field per 36 clutch minutes. So we're going to eliminate those free throws that you guys, not you guys, but the loser media likes to say Brunson hunts. I see Brunson has the most points ever, and then there's another guy under him named Michael Jordan. So one of the best teams ever, one of the best players ever, one of the best championship runs ever. And the core of this team is almost intact. You look ahead to free agency, got to find a way to get Mitchell Robinson back. You're probably going to want to really bring Landry Shamet back. And then you look towards Mo Diawara. Be cool to have Clarkson back. We'll see about Sohan. I'm sure they'll bring Huck Porty back, but you got to bring Robinson back. You got to bring Diawara back. He's a piece of the puzzle going forward. And Landry Shamet. Brunson will be back. Bridges will be back. Hart will be back. Anunoby will be back. Towns will be back. McBride will be back. Mike Brown will be back. Just continue to surround those guys with winning pieces. This is now a 3-year win to win more rings. Not to win one. You're actually in the championship window because you bought a championship ticket. You got to the dance. You're now looking for 2. And you have this window. You'll have this upcoming year. You'll have the next year and the year after that. Then financially, it can get a little bit sticky. But they're going to go all in this summer. They'll go all in next summer. And they'll let the chips fall where they may. Hopefully, it's with more than 1 chip. 2, maybe 3 championships for this core of the New York Knicks. Unbelievable. If you want another championship, you want to put a second banner in the rafters of the world's most famous arena, we're going to look up, and it's going to say 2025-2026 NBA champions. Hit that thumbs up icon. Just want to go through some of these stats of the NBA Finals and just kind of reminisce and say something quickly about every single player. What else is there to say about Jalen Brunson? Averages 32.5 points per game on 42% from the field and 39% from three. He averaged 37 points per game in the last 3 games of the series at almost 50% from the field. You do not win this series if it is not for Karl Anthony Towns, who now owns the best plus minus of any player in NBA history in the playoffs. He was not his best in the finals, but he played his role, and he played it at a championship level, and you do not get to this spot if it was not for the big Cat. So shout out to Cat. You're a champion. I didn't think you'd ever be a champion. I didn't think you were a Fetty guy. But man, oh man, you are. Karl Anthony Towns, you are an NBA champion. Ogugwa, OG Anunoby, the clutchest bucket in NBA history. What a freaking NBA Finals for Anunoby. 21 points on 52+% from the deck and 50% from three. OG Anunoby. Wonder if people are still saying he's overpaid. Still the most underrated player in the NBA. Mikal Bridges was not his best this series, and he still averaged almost 11 points on nearly 50% from the field and 43% from three. Had some clutch buckets, had some big plays on defense, played his role. Salute to him. Josh Hart. You got to have heart. And boy, oh boy, did this team have heart. Was it his best? No. Did he find ways to win? Yes. Did he help contribute to win? Yes. That Game 1 performance may go down as one of the best games of all time by a Knick without scoring more than 7 points like he did. 15 rebounds, big rebound after big defensive stop. Josh frickin' Hart, man. An NBA champion. Mitchell Robinson, the longest tenured Knick. The one who was a part of a 17-win team, broke his hand, gets surgery, comes back, and makes an impact. Jose Alvarado, you do not win this series without Jose Alvarado. His Game 4 performance was unbelievable. Defense, offense, timely plays, energy, effort, spark. Jose Alvarado, the kid from the city, an NBA champion. Landry Shamet, he was awesome in Game 1 and Game 2. Shot never really found him after that. But he found a way. He had a big 3, I believe, in Game 5. He had that layup in Game 5 as well. Played through the injury and timely defense all series long. While Deuce McBride was not good in the playoffs, he did not have his best stuff. That Game 1-3 he hit in the left corner that scraped off the top of the backboard that fell in a game that you won by 10 points proved to be pretty important. So shout out to Deuce. I know he's going to work his tail off this summer. Jordan Clarkson. How about Jordan Clarkson in Game 3? Kept you alive. You were down. He scored bucket after bucket after bucket. Had some costly turnovers. But Jordan Clarkson is an NBA champion, and he was a major piece to this puzzle. The 2026 Knicks are NBA champions, man. NBA champions. It's awesome. It's awesome. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. If you haven't yet, give me a follow over on social media. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on Instagram. Remember, check our storefront. Get 3 items, $20 off. Chatsports.com/KNICKS now. And I'll see all you champs later.